I ain't even say this perm having name. You just want to bring it top up. Say, bro, man, you be relevant and I said what I said, bro. You need a like me to keep you.
Man, Contrell is evil and he's a bad influence. So, you want to go and put that man on his knees.
And just when no one saw it coming, NLE Choppa, once one of NBA YoungBoy's biggest fans, has completely switched up in his brand new track, Title KO Choppa, didn't just throw shade. He came for YoungBoy's entire image. The disc was so bold that even YoungBoy's own mother jumped online to react to it. And that's when things really started heating up. In the song, Choppa spit some seriously cold lines saying, "You're so bad for the youth, nothing positive you do. You're the reason guys are going after their girls thinking that it's cute. You send guys to do what you wouldn't even do. Role model. You will never fit the shoe. Just a guy with emotion. Your aura gives me the ick. Guys like you make me sick." That's wild. Those lyrics had the entire rap world stunned. Fans were flooding the comments, saying this might be one of the coldest disses aimed at NBA YoungBoy in a minute. Even people close to YB didn't know how to react. It was that unexpected. But here's the thing. Charleston White actually backed NLE Choppa's words. He came out saying he agrees, claiming that YoungBoy music is toxic and dangerous for his fans. Babies ain't money getting they'll hurt you. You and eat at your icebox as they break in your house. I'm not battling with childhood like a YB fan. Them kids need to be put in mental institutions. This man YB sound like he angry. He want out his mama. He want to beat his daddy. He want his uncle. Don't know. I don't want to hear that kind of. I'm not in vain. I'm a money get YB babies ain't money getting. I don't feel that that's not soul music. I'm a soul brother. I'm not in pain. Kids need to be put in mental institution. You see, they had that Charleston said, YB babies ain't money getting no hurt. You basically saying that YB's influence is making fans reckless. And it's not looking good at all now. Everyone's wondering, did NLE Choppa just start a full-blown rap war because this disc didn't sound like an on-time jab. It sounded personal. Things got even crazier when people started digging up rumors that NLE Choppa was once in mental institutions, saying they had him on medication. Fans couldn't believe it, and neither could DJ Academics. Even he looked shocked that NLE would take such a bold route, coming straight for NBA YoungBoy like this. On stream, Academic shared his thoughts live, saying he didn't expect this kind of energy from Choppa at all. Would say, call it you have your third eye open. Some people would call it, yo, a smart or dumb trying to act smart. Some people would call it fake woke. Some people would call it, someone trying to seem deeper than most. Pause. It's kind of like how people would evoke some of the similar thoughts like how we had about XXXXXX, and where people felt like, he understood life a little bit on a different level. And I think that's what NLE Choppa is aiming for. But that didn't stop the track from blowing up. Within hours, the song went viral, spreading all over social media. The next morning, it felt like the entire rap industry had something to say. Producers, rappers, fans, everyone was reacting. Then things took an unexpected turn. NBA YoungBoy's own mother decided to step in. She jumped on Instagram and went off on NLE Choppa. She didn't hold back for a second, defending her son like a true mom would. She basically told Choa to stay in his lane and stop coming for her son's crown. If you agree with her, hit that like button right now, because she said what a lot of YB fans were thinking. Damn, I talk about being jealous and being envious. HM, so you want to make a video, dancing around like a ballerina, and then you got a man on his knee, and you're saying Crail is evil and he's a bad influence. So you want to go and put that man on his knees and on that video, right? Okay, fine. I bet they have another video with that same on his knees, because who would even play that stupid? If you know better, you do better. Your head looked like a without a rub on top of it, but yet you want to sit here and try to talk about somebody. HM, you better be lucky. I can't say what I want to say. What if she also reminded everyone that NLE Choppa had been out of the spotlight for almost a year, hinting that maybe he was jealous of her son's massive success. And honestly, she might have a point. YoungBoy's out here selling out shows on his first tour in 5 years. Fans are paying any price just to see him live. The demand got so crazy, they had to extend the tour by 25 more shows. It's gotten so wild that even the police are allegedly asking for it to be wrapped up early because of how chaotic the crowds have become. This drama is getting way too real. Now, here's where things start to really unfold because even Louisiana officials are allegedly getting worried about NBA YoungBoy's upcoming concert in New Orleans. That's how wild this whole situation has become. Very concerned about the NBA YoungBoy concert. So concerned that even before the concert went forward this weekend, they notified Louisiana Stadium Exposition District, also known as that manages the Superdome and Smoothie King Center, in particular notified ASM Global that, this is like a really thing that could have very unforeseen consequences. Now, the response from ASM Global was, we'll hire some security inside. It'll be fine. NOP's response was, you don't get what we're saying. There is such a propensity around these concerts that is so not an if, but a when that we are concerned we'll have to activate the department to be around the downtown area to protect citizens and revel. But before we break down YoungBoy's reaction, you gotta understand the history between him and NLE Choppa, because this beef didn't just come out of nowhere. Back in 2019, NLE Choppa was actually one of YoungBoy's biggest supporters. When YoungBoy got locked up that year, Choppa showed love by dropping an entire track called Free YoungBoy, begging for his release. That's how much respect he had for him back then. But everything flipped upside down in 2020, right after King Von's tragic passing. YoungBoy later dropped his controversial hit, Bring the Hook, in 2022, and that's when things exploded. In the song, he took direct shots at O-Block and even mentioned King Von, which had the whole rap game in shock. DJ Academics jumped online saying, NBA YoungBoy's on Demon Time, and he's about to drop another tape. Everyone could feel the tension rising, but not everyone was impressed. O-Block rapper Lil Reese fired back saying, that ain't no Demon Time. He just rapping like the rest of these rappers all rap. And guess who backed him up? NLE Choppa. That was a turning point. NLE publicly agreed with Reese, even stamping it, saying, quote, I stamped that right, there was Choppa's official switch up, and it shocked fans since everyone knew he'd always been a loyal YoungBoy supporter. YoungBoy didn't take that lightly at all. In his next track, Know Like I Know, he addressed the heathen, making it clear that he felt betrayed by Choa's move, and that one line from the song, it changed their relationship forever. In his fiery response track, NBA YoungBoy didn't hold anything back. He rapped, I bet your mama be destroyed when we send you to God for making statements, choosing sides about my beef with them boys. I guess you can say I was your favorite. That line hit like a bullet, cold, direct, and personal. It was clear that YoungBoy felt straight up betrayed by NLE Choppa's decision to side against him. And after that, Choppa made a bold move. He went back and changed the title of his old song, Free YoungBoy, to simply YoungBoy. That might sound small, but in the rap world, that's a statement. It was his way of saying loud and clear, he doesn't stand with NBA YoungBoy anymore. The loyalty was officially gone. Able to defend. His name, Bro. And it'd be a lot going on within his name about him when to me, Bro. He a real stand-up dude, and it was just unfortunate how it happened like he came to a person as a man not long after NLE started doing interview after interview, first with DJ Demix, then with DJ Vlad, and finally wrapping up with the Breakfast Club, and he didn't hold back in any of them. On Vlad, he said YoungBoy needs to keep his act straight and stay out of jail, which had fans raising eyebrows. Then on the Breakfast Club, he doubled down, saying, NBA YoungBoy needs to be more careful. He's got a lot of people looking up to him, and he needs to set a better example. He needs to stay out of trouble and just focus on his music. Those words hit deep, and it wild because that's exactly what YoungBoy has been trying to do since getting out of jail. He's been laying low, staying clean, focusing on his family and his music. But somehow NLE Choppa still doesn't like it, and people can't stop asking why is he still throwing shade of YB is finally trying to change his life. Something about this tension feels far from over. NBA YoungBoy's comeback has been so massive that even the news couldn't ignore it. Reports say that for his New Orleans homecoming shows, over 400 NOPD officers are being deployed every single night. And that's not all. They've got drones and even armored vehicles on standby That's how serious the security has gotten. The city's on edge and all eyes are on YB. But the real spark that set this whole thing off, what he did during one of his shows. And it's the exact move that made NLE Choppa furious. During his sold-out concert in Atlanta, YoungBoy shocked everyone when he performed his explosive diss track, I Hate YoungBoy Live. For the first time ever, fans lost their minds. The moment went viral instantly with one tweet saying, NBA YoungBoy performing the greatest diss track of all time. I hate YoungBoy. YoungBoy, king of rap. We just got to claim it today. King of rap. King of rap. That's a new narrative I'm driving. These gonna have to battle to defeat. I like it. We're not talking about Kendrick and Drake, and they're on a different level. But below Kendrick and Drake. Below Kendrick and Drake. I'm sorry. With all due respect to every other rapper, YoungBoy is a king of rap right now. I'm sorry to tell y'all. I'm sorry to tell y'all. I'm sorry to tell y'all. The walk down I seen in Atlanta tonight. The walk down in Atlanta tonight. Given the throne. Just given the throne. YoungBoy, the king of rap. I'm sorry to tell y'all. I'm sorry to tell y'all. Hey, listen. I'm not saying it'll last forever, but for right now, in the last 4 or 5 months, Young in front of a sold-out Atlanta crowd. But here's where things got really intense. He performed that song in the very same city where King Von lost his life. People couldn't believe it. One fan wrote, YoungBoy did all of 4 Pico Farrads and half of Atlanta dirty. Performing that song in Van City is crazy. That performance had everyone talking, calling it both bold and disrespectful at the same time. Even some OGs from Chicago jumped in publicly dissing YoungBoy, while praising Lil Durk for staying solid through all the chaos. The energy around this feud is at an all-time high, and NLE Choppa's reaction to that performance. He was heated. Watching YoungBoy perform that track, especially in Atlanta, felt like a direct shot, not just at Van's legacy, but at everyone who ever stood by him. And if you think that's where it ends, you're wrong. This is only getting more explosive. But things took another wild turn after NLE Choppa came at NBA YoungBoy. YB's fans wasted no time digging up receipts. YoungBoy, what's this? What's this click? Why would I tell you? What's this click though? What the I'm 4K damn 4K for life. I'm Mofu. I for life. I'm from Chicago. Who? They pulled up an old video from just last year where NLE himself admitted, let me know who beat me. Bro, respectfully, it's YoungBoy. So, how's he dissing the same guy he once called the only one doing better than him? Fans were quick to call it out, saying Choppa's just switching sides again. Who beating me, bro? Respectfully, the only that's really respectfully, the only that's really ahead in that space is Young. That's when NBA YoungBoy finally decided to fire back. Right before stepping on stage at one of his shows, he hopped on his Instagram story and dropped a message that had the internet buzzing. He wrote about how all these rappers need him, saying they're washed up, and only mentioned his name for views and clout. He didn't name names, but everybody knew exactly who he was talking about. Say, this perm just want a brain top up. Say, bro, man, you be relevant and I said what I said, bro. You need to like me to keep you going. Your views go up now, clown. I'm willing to help y'all, man, but hate NBA so much, man. Go get him some views, man. Help to some views. That's when the truth behind NLE Choppa's disc finally started coming out. People realized this wasn't just random beef. This was about loyalty and whose stands were in the ongoing feud between YoungBoy and Lil Durk. Once again, NLE's name got dragged into the middle of it all with fans accusing him of being one of the rappers who switched sides. Lil's even jumped on Twitter saying, it's no surprise the industry is switching up on Durk for NBA YoungBoy. That tweet lit up the internet. Everyone was debating which side their favorite rappers were really on. And here's the twist. Even though some fans thought NLE had switched over to YoungBoy's side again after being quiet for so long, he proved them wrong when he dropped his new track, Coco. The message was loud and clear. He's still rocking with Durk. The F Camp showed love, too, with hundreds of Durk's mutuals tweeting, if you're rocking with what YoungBoy did, then stay on that side. So yeah, this isn't just music beef anymore. This is turning into a full-on loyalty war, and the rap world's picking sides fast. This next part shook the entire rap scene, and not just the fans. We're talking about a massive moment that made everyone stop and pay attention. NBA YoungBoy officially received the key to the city of Baton Rouge. And according to academics, Atlanta's in shambles. I don't see why this was surprising or new to y'all. Everybody jumping ship because this is how the industry is. Nobody in the industry is going to stick around you when you at your lowest. If they can't get clout, notoriety, money, fame, features, videos, something that they can benefit from off you, they're going to jump ship. I don't see why it's surprising that everybody is on YB in the industry. That's how it go. They only going to you when it's beneficial to them. None of these ain't grow up with dirt. None of these ain't friends or real homies with dirt. For real. For real. You know what I'm saying? Or they would never change, or they would never jump ship, cause where we from, if you with me, my opt is your opt is mine. Some people don't look at it like that. Some people look at it like I with both parties. I ain't got nothing to do with it. And look, you're not wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, shout out to Dirks that still stayed down for Dirk's real family. We have 40 county commissioners, and we County Judge Johnson. Damn, it's a judge up there. Yo, the judge in the city sending all of the rappers in the city to jail, but the out-of-town rapper that came here that basically, hey, you know what type of time I be on? You over here giving him an award. Oh, Atlanta's in shambles. If y'all are a rapper, whoever got prosecuted by this or not prosecuted, but like got sent to jail by this judge, and basically you watching out-of-town rap, getting an award for doing 10 times worse than what you do, you gotta feel sick. You gotta feel sick. That move sent shockwaves through the industry. He said you gotta feel sick. This sealed the deal. People started calling it the downfall of 4 Pico Ferrets, YSL, and even F. Why? Because it looked like everyone, even the people who used to stay silent, was now standing with NBA YoungBoy. Some said even the police were supporting him. And that's when folks realized YoungBoy was officially untouchable. Academics explain it best, saying every rapper in the game is now trying to be friends with YoungBoy again, because he's got the leverage and every fan base is growing crazy. But that's when NLE Choppa's fans flipped the script. They started digging into NBA YoungBoy's criminal history, trying to expose him and turn the internet against him. That's when things got messy. They pulled up old reports, screenshots, and posts with some even accusing YoungBoy of working with the feds. One viral Instagram post claimed, YoungBoy is telling that's his 3rd time getting released from the feds within 4 years on all new charges. On King David, you can't do 10 months of a 23-month sentence. My first offer was 5 years for a firearm the police planted on me. But YoungBoy is definitely police. He's probably even the reason Smirk got locked up. That post lit up every social platform overnight. Fans started fighting online, some calling it fake news, while others said it made sense. Then a clip resurfaced of NBA YoungBoy himself speaking on the situation. And that's when things really got out of control. Because once that video dropped, nobody knew who to believe anymore. NBA YoungBoy was seen walking through prison like he didn't have a single worry in the world. Calm, relaxed, and almost too comfortable for someone in his position. But right next to that video, a tweet went viral saying, honestly, I kind of believe it. The timing, the energy, the way things are playing out, it's all looking a little too convenient to me. It wouldn't be the first time someone played both sides in this game. You really never know who's working with who. You gotta watch everything. That tweet had everybody second-guessing everything they thought they knew. Because when YoungBoy got sentenced, the whole scene wasn't like any normal courtroom vibe. Things were chaotic. A die-hard YoungBoy fan somehow hacked into the live court Zoom and started screaming, "Free YoungBoy! Free him!" at the top of their lungs. Security was scrambling. The judge was confused, and even the prosecutors looked lost. But what really got people talking was YoungBoy's reaction. He walked in smiling, laughing. I'm in the dressing room, and we just talking about a bunch. He's also telling me, and I would, will never say who. He's telling me all the rappers who was now hitting him up. And he kind of asked me, he's like, act, so what you think, man? Because I think he's thinking like, should he forgive some of these? Like, but all these rappers on it, you know what I mean? Like they're all like, yo, young boy, we love you, right? And then I gave him the best advice, I think. I said, I didn't want to impart my thoughts on it because I don't know fully what he's been through and what he's thought because, he was down where nobody would. So I said, whatever your heart feels about any of these, we're kind of doubling back or not. They want to do whatever. Almost like the whole thing was part of his plan. Fans said he looked too chill, too confident, like he already knew how it was going to play out. That moment fueled even more theories that maybe famous Richard was right, that YB's courtroom calmness wasn't confidence, but connections. Some fans now swear he might have been working with the system all along. So, what do you think? Is NBA YoungBoy really that untouchable? Or is there something going on behind the scenes that fans aren't supposed to see? Drop your thoughts down below and let's settle this once and for all. Are you riding with YoungBoy or NLE Choppa? And before you go, make sure you turn on those notifications and subscribe to Rap Uncovered because the streets never sleep and we're just getting started. There are way more stories waiting to be exposed. And tomorrow's upload is going to be even crazier, even deeper and absolutely unmissable. Smash that like button, share this video with all your homeboys, and drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading every single one. We'll catch you in the next one right here at Rap Uncovered, where the truth of the streets lives.